My next guest has written a terrific Christian fiction contemporary character novel that opens with this. All right, the main character, Bobby, discovers her husband is having an affair with a coworker. What happens next is a story of hope and forgiveness with many twists and turns along the way. The book is called Contingency, and author Paula Wiseman joins us this morning to talk about it. Good morning to you, Paula.
Good morning, Danielle. Thanks for having me.
I loved the book. Why did you write it?
I wanted to write a story that showed that even in those kind of circumstances, something as dark and difficult as adultery, that there's still hope in the middle of that, and there's still an answer that could be found in it.
You know, and that's the thing, I have to tell you, you drop these characters into probably the most difficult challenge that any marriage could face. Why infidelity?
For that very reason, because the stakes are so high. It makes the story more compelling. And we found out after it released that it's also extremely relevant. I got emails and messages from readers who have walked through that very fire and say, you have hit this on the head. So it is a compelling story because of those stakes being so high.
You know, the thing is, though, this has a Christian twist, this book does. And so let's talk about Chuck, who's the husband, who confesses his affair, but he confesses to his church family. But for a few members of his own family, the confession isn't good enough, even though Bobby, the wife, says, okay, listen, I forgive you. Why is forgiveness so hard?
I think there's several reasons. First off, I think if we forgive, we're afraid we're going to look weak, and nobody wants to look weak. I think another reason, we're afraid that if we forgive, we dismiss and invalidate all the pain we've experienced. And nobody wants to have their pain dismissed. We want it acknowledged. And third is, and it's a viewpoint that their son holds, and he's out for justice. And it's his view and a lot of people's view that if you forgive, that justice goes out the window and his dad gets away with what he's done. And nobody wants that. So it makes it difficult. It really does.
You know, but here's the thing. You don't sugarcoat forgiveness. No. She is not like, all right, baby, that's okay. We all go move on. It's all good.
No.
That is not the case here. There is a long road to forgiveness.
It is. And you mentioned Bobby right off the bat made a decision to forgive, but it takes the whole book before she emotionally follows through with that. And it is a long, hard road. It really is.
And we see them as a Christian couple, which I think is an interesting way to present this book from a Christian perspective. Why?
Because, well, for one thing, Christians are not any different than most people. We have a lot of the same issues. We face a lot of the same problems. But Bobby has a really strong faith. And what I wanted to show was that a situation where those Sunday morning lessons where they're really tested. Do we really believe the things we say we believe? And all these characters have to get down to the core of what they believe. Do I really believe this? Am I going to live it out?
You know, the thing I like about the book is that kind of, and I don't want to give too much away, but it is a terrific read. And then at the end, kind of leave us hanging a little bit there.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, Paula, are there more books on the way?
There is. And just like in real life, a situation where there's been an affair, it's not over and done with. And so we explore the longer term consequences. There is a book too, it's called Indemnity, and in it the other woman comes back and with a son.
What?
Yes, who is the spitting who is the spitting image of Chuck.
Gosh.
And so now we've dealt with forgiving her husband. Now Bobby's faced with this other woman and this young son. And then precedent is book 3, and it deals with this young boy later in life. So.
Girl, you have just taken us like this.
Yeah.
We have gone on this emotional roller coaster.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, as I said, terrific book, again, called Contingency, and I appreciate you, Paula, for coming by and sharing it with us this morning.
Thanks for giving me the opportunity.
And again, the book is called Contingency. For more information on Paula or the book, please visit the website. It's paulawiseman.com.